Okay, we're at the new signal at Main and Ruby in Sun Prairie. Looks like we don't have any pedestrian recalls. There's no side street call. I do get a walk or reservice. The flashing yellow arrow is still up. The alternative to that would have been I have to wait the next cycle. Otherwise, they go to protected only left turns. So let's see if they add a leading pedestrian interval here, or if they omit the flashing yellow there. So let's see kind of what features we have crossing Main Street. I have noticed some pretty long max times here. I've seen some drivers on the side street get a little anxious about their wait times. So it just, the problem with two-way coordination is there's always going to be traffic. So if you add really long max time, you're just always going to max out. So here we go. We don't get a leading pedestrian interval. There is a delay on the flashing yellow arrow, but I don't necessarily know if that was a function of the pedestrian phase actuation. So now we're going to do the same thing here. We get to the button in time. Do they omit the flashing yellow arrow off the main line onto the side street? We do have a leading pedestrian interval, but they still get the flashing yellow arrow. I only say we had a leading pedestrian interval because there seemed to be a delay in the traffic. Eastbound left had a green. So let's try again this one. I can't tell if it's running coordinated or not. I would imagine it's not running in any coordination. Otherwise, I would think the walks would be up with the main line. You can shut those off, but you have to intentionally go through the settings, at least in the controllers I'm familiar with. You have to intentionally go through the settings and take that out, and it's usually just not worth it. The only times you would want to do that is if you have heavy left turns and you want to be able to reservice that left turn. God, again, this detection looks like they're using video detection, lingers in the main line way too long, which does make me a little concerned that it's running in coordination and they're choosing to not bring up the walk with the coordination. I mean, there's nobody around. This should have gapped out with good detection. I'm starting to think this is running in coordination, which is a downside of coordination, is you just get long delays. So I'm not seeing any leading pedestrian interval. I'm not seeing any omission of flashing yellow arrows. Looks like all the safety benefits at this intersection are to the benefit of drivers. You've got the reflective back plates, lane over lane signals, as compared to, you probably can't see it, but down Main Street you have approach control signal configuration. If I were to look at this and say we really want to ramp up pedestrian safety, like let's say for example this is a school crossing, I would look to omit the flashing yellow arrow during those times that the school would be active. I would add a leading pedestrian interval on at least crossing the Main Street approaches, so on this crosswalk and that crosswalk. And with everything they have here, this is like 10 minutes worth of work in the controller. So Main Street and Ruby, brand new signal this year, 2024.